Stephen K. Peeples here, and I'm with Marco Palos and Blake Lewis. They're with the red hot modern swing band Phat Cat Swinger, and they're bringing their Off the Hook show to the Santa Clarita Performing Arts Center on Saturday night, November 8th. And they're here to give us a preview. So, welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
All right, Marco, how would you describe what you and your band do?
Gosh, well, we just take a lot of songs that we have grown up and loved so much and brought like a whole new live stage show to them with the band that is playing and very interactive. Usually, when you see a traditional big band, everyone's sitting down behind the bandstands, and with our band, everyone's standing, everyone's moving around, everyone's having a great time, drawing in the audience. And there's songs that you might recognize, but the way that we twist them around and take them and bring a whole new level of creativity and excitement to them, it just kind of it makes you rethink songs that you've always loved
Uh,
in a good way.
Reinvention, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Blake, what would fans in Santa Clarita expect to see and hear when they come to see the show Saturday night?
I always like to say, expect the unexpected with Phat Cat Swinger. We are super high energy, a lot of fun, a lot of dancing, a lot of movement on stage, lots of fun rhythms. Think of big bands from the past, amp that up 10 times, and you get Phat Cat Swinger. We got classic jazz, we got contemporary songs that you love and enjoy from today's song catalog, and high energy and fun is what we bring.
And I understand you're also working on some original material, right?
We are
Yeah.
actually we have a few originals that will be playing in Santa Clarita. We're very excited
Excellent.
about to share with everybody. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Now, Marco, you and I met about 15 years ago when you were working with Louis Prima Jr. and you were kind of the featured maniac in the band. And
Yes, sir.
can you like kind of briefly recap the Phat Cat story up until the present?
Up until the present, since the Prima days.
Yeah,
Well, so I had already had Fat Cat for 8 years by the time I met Louis. And so then I had spent a good 12 years with Louis. And in those years, gosh, with Fat Cat had always been performing at Disney parks, and we got into a rotation there, doing a lot of their festivals, their food and wine festival, festival of holidays. And in that time, we started developing more of a show, more music. We added because of the events we were playing, we added a lot of Disney music. We added a lot of classic swing and modern songs. And the thing that I think it was during that time actually that we started thinking, let's reimagine these songs instead of just covering them like they are on the record. Anybody can turn on a record player, but when you
sure.
turn on, a Fat Cat Swinger show, you're gonna show up and you're gonna see that everything we like, we want to just bring a new twist in there. And then there's some songs that we're just gonna leave alone because we're just like, oh, I just don't know if I could ever top that arrangement. So we're not even trying to top it. We just want to pay, tribute to it and give it a wonderful little show. But over the years, gosh, it's we've put out, let me see, 5 albums I think now, and most of them are found online. A couple of them you could only get at the show, and they're mostly cover songs. 2 original albums, 3 cover albums. One of those is also our holiday album, which was basically our Christmas show put into album. And the concept, that's actually where we started working with Blake many years ago because it was 2018. We were recording our Christmas album. And I said, what can we do that would be fun and different with this album? And so what I did was I decided we would feature one different singer on every track. So you got the same band behind it, but
Right.
every song features someone different from people that we know and love in LA. And we thought, and it reminded me of those Christmas albums that you would see when you would have Louis Armstrong and Frank Sinatra and Cab Calloway and anybody like and Ella Fitzgerald and everybody would be on the same album. And
Right.
so that was kind of my vision when we did that Christmas album, and that is essentially what I think started the the Blake and Fat Cat movement there. And then over the years, there came an opportunity where I said, "Hey, what are you up to this year?" And you're interested in coming along for a little journey. And as we're kind of evolving into another chapter for the band, and Blake was on board, and ever since I think you could say now he's a little over a year, and we are continuing to evolve the sound even more, which I love because, and I always foreshadowed that we would be evolving because our second album is called Swing in Evolution,
Yeah,
and it was for that reason because I said we're not always going to be the same swing band you hear, and it will always evolve, and it will. And that happens to be one of my favorite albums, and we still play songs from that album. But now that we've got Blake in there, I mean, we even throw elements of beatbox into the show because that's his specialty and beyond. And I love the contrast of our voices as well. Really adds a whole fun element that I've really enjoyed seeing develop for the band. So yeah, that's kind of like a quick little thing, and also, that was over the last couple of years we connected with Michael Ikehara as our manager, and he's been opening doors left and right, bringing us awesome opportunities. So we're excited to see where that takes us in 26.
great, great. Well, now Blake, you're an American Idol finalist, right?
I am, yes, season
Well,
six.
tell me how that kind of led you and Phat Cat Swinger to connect.
Okay, well, I mean, my stint on American Idol was in 2007, season six, runner up.
Hmm.
Yay! Had a lot of fun with that. And what I brought to that show was I was the first person to get his arrangements kind of okayed. And I kind of looked at that as a remix competition for me. It was a challenge every week to change songs and rearrange them how I see fit because I grew up in the hip hop and electronic world. I was a rave kid, along in an a cappella band doing jazz, crooning, and so that's kind of where I come from. On the Seattle scene, I had my own show. I do like a one-man show with loop pedals and beatbox and keyboard and guitar, and I've been doing that for 25 years. So when I moved to LA, I had a stint with Postmodern Jukebox. I toured the world with them, had fun with those guys, and then I met Marco. I think we were at a show called Swingtronic, and and it was a swing night, and we just vibed. And then a few years later, we got together on the Christmas album. And then after COVID happened, the other singer was leaving Fat Cat, and Marco and I kept running into each other. He asked me to guest, and I was like, I'd say like maybe 4 months after that, he asked me to be in the band, and I gave it a lot of thought, and I was like, you guys are super fun. Let's do this. You know,
Excellent,
let's have
great.
let's have some fun on stage throughout the country.
Well, now,
Yeah,
Marco, the band's played some pretty major venues. Can you kind of rattle off some of the great places that you've played? You and the band have
sure.
played?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
aside from the Disneyland parks, but
aside from Disney parks, which for us was for me has always been a childhood goal. I've always wanted to be a part of the Disney performers. Because they had some of the greats like Louis Armstrong and Sinatra, and everybody performed here, or, hung out. But beyond that, we got invited to play at the Kennedy Center. They have this stage there on the side where there was a Thanksgiving special we did over there at the Kennedy Center. We've also played the Playboy Mansion. We got invited there to support an event for the Wounded Warriors Project, and then we also did. We got invited by the U.S. Embassy in Serbia to perform at a festival out there. Uh, and those are the few that come to mind immediately. But gosh, honestly, some of my favorite venues, in addition to those, have also been some of the small towns that we've played. A few years ago, we did a 24 city tour all across the Midwest. And what I really loved about it was that every city we played, you had the most supportive audience of people who were just there strictly for the music, not to film it, not to do anything, but just be there and enjoy the music. And it's been one of my favorite things. And I kind of look forward to the next time we can get on the road and tour the Midwest and have that experience again, because it's just a really heartfelt connection with everybody in the audience. And that's one of my favorite things when we just explore new towns, and whether they're big cities or small cities, everybody, the music lovers who come out, gosh, those are my favorite stages, honestly.
Well, and in small towns like those that are off the beaten track for most performers, they don't get a lot of entertainment, certainly a lot of quality entertainment. So when a band like yours comes through, it really brings everybody out of the woodwork.
That's what they mentioned to us. They said, we really don't get a lot of bands. Thank you guys for coming out of your way to perform at our town. And we're just like, hey, thank you guys for making it possible for us to be here. Like, it's your support that makes these shows possible, you know?
So after Santa Clarita, what's coming up? You got a few gigs coming up between now and the end of the year, and then a big event coming up in early 2026 with your Las Vegas debut. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna be going to Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona for Arizona Music Fest. Where else, Blake, are we heading on that
We're
weekend?
heading to Indiana. We're coming back and playing Cerritos in California with a comedy legend. And
That's
then
right.
we
Jay
have
Leno.
Jay Leno, yeah.
and then
Jay
we have
Leno.
we have a big Vegas residency that's about to pop off at the end of January that we're about to
Yeah.
announce real soon.
Very good. Well, we get a kind of a sneak preview of that, but we won't divulge all of the details just yet.
Thanks.
Well, real
Yeah.
good. Well, where do fans find out more about Phat Cat Swinger?
The best place is going to be on our Instagram and also Facebook, and but we do have our website as well, which is Phat Cat Swinger. Any of the socials, anything, you just look up PhatCatswinger, phatcatswinger.com, or at Phat Cat Swinger for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the above. We are there and we post about our upcoming shows. And what I love about the Instagram and Facebook community is we love to get in there in the comments and just get the conversation going. So if you happen to be watching this and you want to be a part of it, come on, follow us there, and we'd love to see you in the comments. And then at the show.
Yeah, great. Well, we'll see you Saturday night.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Steven.
Thank you.